Good morning, Dubai. Welcome back to Lovin Dubai show, where we go through all of the trending stories in Dubai and across the Emirates. Our top story today, of course, fuel prices rise once again for the month of March.
Ouch, that's gotta hurt. And we'll also be talking about the Hatta facelift, Hatta beach transformation, new waterfalls, and a cable car.
We have all of the details for living at Expo City, Dubai. We're going to reveal them later in the show.
And a Dubai resident gets a standing ovation from Katy Perry on the latest season of American Idol 2023.
And Atif Aslam reveals his love at first sight moment.
Oh my God! And after all of that, we will be sitting down and talking about considering support of therapists to treat MS.
So in this episode of MS Talks 2.0, a collaboration with Novartis, we look at the crucial aspect of treatment and supportive therapies, and we're joined by Dr. Maha Feda, who's consultant and head of the Physical Medicine and Rehabilitation Department Al Fareem Hospital, Abu Dhabi. She joined the show to share her insights on the supportive therapies, which are widely available to MS patients, when or how they can be used within a treatment plan. Please take a watch later in the show and let us know your thoughts on that. But before we get into all of that, what an amazing interview Simran had yesterday with Atif Aslam. Not only did you talk about his upcoming show, but also he revealed some nice details.
Oh my God. So first of all, just, you would expect these celebrities to have those star tantrums, but no, none of that. He was so humble, grounded, sweet, and he revealed his love at first sight moment with his wife. So he first saw her at a wedding and he was completely infatuated, and he's like, this is the most beautiful woman I've ever seen, and he wanted to speak with her, and he somehow asked his friends to connect him with her, and later they got connected and he found out that she wanted to speak to him as well, obviously. And now they're married with 2 beautiful sons.
So I heard the clip, which you're going to hear later in the show, and it sounded so real because he basically said he's never felt like that with anyone before. He was at a wedding, he saw her and he wanted to talk to her, and it was just love at first sight. I believe him.
What, the song?
I believe him.
Yeah.
However, I don't believe in love at first sight.
You don't? Why?
Do
Why
you?
is that? Why don't you believe in love at first sight?
Does that make you question me? Does that make you question me?
No, I'm just asking, why don't you believe in it?
Quick question to you, especially our Instagram fam. We love your comments before, during, after the show. Do you believe in love at first sight? Because you can't love a person until you get to know them.
That's true.
You have to understand them, what makes them tick.
Yeah. Yeah.
Love takes a long time.
I think it's obviously attraction at first sight, right? Like you do get physically attracted to someone at first sight, or they do something, or they say something, and you're just like, wow, you're completely taken back by them. But yeah, love, like you said, it's a process. And I mean, for some, it is love at first sight. Like for Atif Aslam, it was love at first sight.
Do you believe in love at first sight?
I do. Why not? Like I think to each their own. If it happens, it's great. If it doesn't happen and you don't fall in love, but you walk in love, that's also, a possibility. So true.
I think it's different for everyone, but I actually feel like in terms of love at first sight, Magic Elias is saying, I believe in love at first sight. It doesn't happen at first sight. If it doesn't happen at first sight, it will never happen to me. You and I totally disagree.
And his username is Magical Eyes.
Magical Eyes. Oh, fair. But you and I totally disagree, because even how you said, if you hear something and it's like that snap moment of like, wow, this person is amazing.
Yeah.
I still have like 20 questions on the back burner. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
For me, it would take, I just could not.
But at least
I'm
it's
way
that
too
first,
practical.
Okay, fine. It's maybe not like, okay, I am in love with this person. Like, I want to devote my life and soul to him or her. It's just like, okay, I can explore something further here.
Love at first sight is love at first sight. We all know what love means. Love is a big thing. It's all encompassing. And it's either love at first sight or it's not.
But it's just so nice to hear,
It's so nice to hear. It's so nice to hear, as you said, a humble rock star basically fell in love at a wedding.
And that's what happened to Ronaldo when he saw his girlfriend, Georgina.
In the store, true.
You know, like it happens to it's just, and it's beautiful when it happens, if it happens, and then you find love at a hopeless place.
Oh, yeah. How many songs are you planning to put into this conversation? Continue. That's it. If there's an attraction at first sight, the attraction never develops later. Magical eyes, I love your passion.
It's like black or white with magical eyes.
It's black or white with me too.
It's black and white with you as well? It's just like, no, there's no love at first sight.
I don't believe you could be in love with someone the first time you see them.
But can we give a shout out to Mayar? She's watching from the US. At this time, it's probably like midnight over there.
Only if she responds to the question. Mayar, do you believe in love at first sight? Mayar is, by the way, our colleague who also smashes Lovin Abu Dhabi page every single day, and she's taking a much needed rest in the States. So Mayar, do you believe in love at first sight?
Come back, Mayar. Come back.
Let's jump into our next story.
Yes. You guys, this is quite tragic, so you may want to, grab those tissues because UAE fuel prices have gone up once again for the month of March. Now, it's March 1st, the beginning of a new month, new beginnings, new week, not new week, sorry, just new month, and which means fuel prices for the month of March are out, and for the second month in a row, fuel prices have gone up. So the updates are as follows. Super 98 petrol will cost 3.09 a litre compared to 3.05 in February.
Special 95 petrol cost 2.97 per litre compared to 2.93 in February. E plus 91 petrol cost 2.90 a litre compared to 2.86 a litre in February. Now diesel, however, is the only price. It'll cost 3.14 a litre compared to 3.38. So if you're a diesel driver, you're in the money, prices have gone down, but for petrol, the rest of us, prices have gone up.
So I was roaming around Dubai, not late last night, but like till 10 p.m. I was just out and, just out. And I was just, now that I'm recalling, I passed by a few petrol stations and I didn't see the long queues last night. I think people have just given up. They're just like, whatever. At this point, whatever.
But also in this case, like it's risen, but is it going to have a dramatic cost? Is it going to have a dramatic dent in our wallets? Not too much. Like it's a small rise unless you own 20 transportation trucks and you're in the business of transportation. For the regular people, this actually isn't going to affect us too much. It's a small jump.
Okay, I mean, you are a car owner and a driver, so how do you feel about this? Are you okay with it?
I am a car owner and a car driver. I don't know if I'm a petrol or diesel user. Because I don't know.
Cafu?
Yeah, it's my, every time I go to the pump, I have to open my Cafu and check which one I am.
Oh, I think you're a special. No, it's special.
Some people, cars are their thing.
No!
Other people, cars are not their thing. Cars are not my thing.
When you refill fuel, right? I'm sure you ask for the special, right? Like refill special.
I just show them my Cafu thing and I'm like,
just put something inside.
I do it like,
makes my car run.
I do it once or twice a month.
Oh wow, once or twice a month. That's it.
Maybe once a week. I don't know.
Why?
It's just
how many times?
I don't know. Once, 3 times a month, I would say.
3 times a month. Okay,
Let's not get into my. I think it's not a massive rise. So although it's a rise, and we can talk about the fact that it's jumped for this month, it's actually not massively significant unless your transportation is your business.
Guys, let us know how many times a month you refuel, because Casey only refuels thrice a month, sometimes twice a month, maybe even once a month.
I live next door. Let's jump into big news on the Hatta front. Hatta Beach transformation, new waterfalls and a cable car are coming. So if you love the great outdoors and the beautiful weather we're enjoying right now, this will be music to your ears. So the stunning Hatta Mountains area of Dubai is getting another level up. So His Highness Sheikh Mohammed bin Rashid Al Maktoum, Vice President and Prime Minister of the UAE and ruler of Dubai, reviewed the progress of Phase 1 of Hatta, which is already in motion, and then he approved plans for Phase 2, which sound phenomenal.
That is so exciting. Now, Phase 1 saw the construction of the souk, which spans 146,000 square feet and features 7 shops, 6 indoor and 7 outdoor kiosks. along with planting 13,000 native trees across the region, including residential areas, cycling tracks, and roads.
And now here comes the fun part. So phase 2 has been approved yesterday. It includes 22 projects and one key plan, which is to transform Hatta Beach. So Hatta Beach will become an all-season tourist spot. It's going to be phenomenal. Along with that, they're going to have the Hatta waterfalls constructed in the vicinity of the Hatta Dam. The site will also, there's just so much here. It'll also see the installation of a 5.4 kilometer cable car,
wow,
which will carry visitors from the dam to the top of Al Nasur, which is a new name to me, so maybe it's not to you, which is actually the highest peak in Dubai. The project also includes a mountain tramway. We've got photos of this on our main show if you're watching on our main show, and this will improve accessibility to Hatta Dam.
The hotels and health resorts featuring an urban design aligned with the area's natural setting will also be constructed. Now, these facilities will cater to all segments of society and promote tourism across Hatta. And that's just the tip of the iceberg. Expect the restoration of Wadi Lim Lake, new hiking trails, world-class mountain bike routes, seasonal kiosks, and everything you could imagine to make this the perfect outdoor lovers destination. I am getting a car just to go there every weekend.
It's going to be phenomenal. Like they shared, Simran mentioned hotels there, and they shared like a mock-up of what it could look like, and it just looks so slick because obviously Hatta is mountainous region of Dubai.
Yeah.
There's a lake there, it's stunning, and they're just revamping again the area. So phase 1 is complete, they're happy with it, and now phase 2 has been approved, which is a whole new plans for development, and it's just such an exciting time. We always talk about the innovation and the progress of Dubai, and it's so exciting to be able to reveal these plans. You know, in other countries you don't have these rejuvenation plans like we do here. It's great. Speaking of,
the details for living at Expo City have been revealed.
Exactly. So not just Hatta, also you can live at Expo. So Expo became your second home during Expo 2020 Dubai, and soon it can become your full-time home. So Expo City Dubai announced its next phase, which includes apartments, townhouses and villas, a development plan which is integral to the Dubai 2040 Urban Master Plan.
Whoa, I mean the Expo site, living near, next to it, in it, it's just a dream. Especially because of the Al Wasl Dome. Doesn't get better than the Al Wasl Dome. So if you want to live in Expo, expect new communities with incredible Expo attractions on your doorstep. The homes will exemplify the best practices in innovative, environmentally friendly designs with a focus on well-being and sustainable living, and you'll have leisure facilities, dining options, and event venues, as well as 10 kilometers of cycling tracks, a 5-kilometer running track, children's playgrounds, and a 45,000 square meter of parks and gardens nearby.
So we're going to have more details on that on March 15th, and I'm just thinking, like, in terms of, you said Al Wasl Dome is amazing, cool to live there. If you're a family looking for a place to live, like the only thing I understand about parents is that you have it very tough. You have to keep kids occupied all the time. You're pulling your hair out trying to like bring them places. If you're living at Expo for parents, just the amount of activities on your doorstep, it's not going to be a journey to go somewhere to bring them every weekend or even in the evenings. Like, you'll have phenomenal world-class facilities right outside your door. I can just imagine for families, it will be peak living. And of course, as you mentioned, it'll be clean, sustainable, a focus on environment-friendly projects. It'll just be amazing. But for families in particular, in terms of keeping kids active, no-brainer.
That's so true. The entire stretch of Expo 2020 at your doorstep, that is incredible.
And the number of events that keep on rolling there.
Exactly.
And then also the learning opportunities, like COP28 is coming up. Like it's not just like, you know, it's fun, educational, informative.
Very true. And
encompassing.
Exactly. And they already said they're going to have restaurants and cafes, just like so many things popping up there. You can even imagine like the space they have for the concerts. Like, you know, concerts will be a walking distance from your house. I want to shift.
If you can't get tickets to Coldplay, of course you'll be able to hear them. Not saying Coldplay is coming. Calm down.
Are they coming?
I did not say Coldplay is coming.
Again?
I'm just saying they played at Expo Al Wasl Dome. It was.
You heard it here.
Casey
said.
It was
Coldplay.
It was the concert that if you're at, you'll remember for the rest of your life. And if they ever come again, or if anyone else like Alicia Keys, like the number of concerts.
Is she coming again?
No, but I'm just saying they were the most memorable concerts. And of course, that's just not just because Expo's over, it doesn't mean Al Wasl Dome is over. It's still there, it's still standing.
There.
They're going to bring more in. And if you can't get tickets, it'll be on your doorstep. You just open your windows and
oh my
take
God,
a listen.
I want to shift. Okay, so one resident who's not shifted, but she has gone to the US and has landed herself with a golden ticket. Let's talk about this. A Dubai resident gets a standing ovation from Katy Perry on the latest season of American Idol 2023. So shoot for the moon, and if you miss, you land among the stars. Beautiful. So the Dubai resident has landed herself among the stars with a golden ticket straight to Hollywood. And in the latest season of the reality show's singing competition, American Idol, that premiered on February 19th this year on the ABC television network, Nutsa impressed the judges, who are Katy Perry, Luke Bryan, and Lionel Richie, so much so that Katy Perry gave the talented 25-year-old a standing ovation for her Lady Marmalade Voulez-vous coucher avec moi performance.
It is phenomenal. The talented singer and Hollywood dreamer who's been writing American Idol in her gold journal for 8 years, and she believes she was born to sing. So she's originally from Georgia, but of course 90% of the population here is from all over the world, but we claim people as our own if they are residents. So Nutsa, we are behind you. She works at the Theatre Dubai and was sweetly deemed as the J-Lo from Georgia. That's big. J-Lo from Georgia by Luke Bryan during her American Idol season 21 audition.
Now, Luke Bryan can also be heard comparing Dubai to Las Vegas when asking Nutsa where she works back home. So he said, Dubai is, and then Katy Perry's like, flashy. And he's like, flashy, right? Almost like Vegas.
One day, by the way, those comparisons are going to stop. We're not like Vegas. Yeah. We're a whole other like level up of Vegas. It's Vegas is its own little hub of like a wild party, but we have so much beyond that. But people won't see we're not just like Vegas.
But you know what? Like I think these comparisons are so normal. It's like wherever you live, you just want to like associate and relate. Because even if I go abroad somewhere, I'll just be like, okay, so this is like the Dubai of this place. This is like the Abu Dhabi of this place. And just to in my head, like to understand like the different vibes of the cities in the country.
True, but I want to say if someone thinks it's like Vegas, I'll say, okay, we're like Vegas. Throw in a bit of Singapore, and then even like
New York,
and also think about like the wildlife and nature element that people don't really know about. Yes. So like, there's a bit of Africa, and there's a bit of Tanzania. Why not? Because we have like safaris, we have like
the whole world,
nature reserves, we have it all.
We have the whole world right here. We have the Sahara deserts.
Exactly.
That's Sahara. We have the deserts.
Exactly.
So and we have the ski resorts. What am I saying? We have the indoor ski venue.
Bit of the Alps, Vegas plus Chamonix. But we digress.
Why did you go there? You could have just stayed at the Ski Dubai resort, no?
Stayed in the
Kempinski,
and not said anything. Maybe I did. That's a flashback to January when I wasn't here for a month because I was living in France. We digress from Nutsa. So we're going to be following her journey as much as possible. Also, shout out to the residents who shared her story, because I think it was just someone just checking out American Idol on TV. They saw that she was from Dubai and they knew that we love to cover Dubai people doing anything great. So it's amazing that we got that story from you, kind stranger, who shared it with us. So thank you so much. And we love Dubai community doing anything on a local and international level. So as always, do share your stories of those.
And you guys stay tuned, because right after a very short break, or maybe not even a break right now, we'll be going live with the interview that we had with Atif Aslam, and he reveals his love at first sight moment with his wife, who he has kids with, 2 of them, both boys.
Stay tuned.
Welcome back to the Lovin Dubai show, and right now we are joined by singer, songwriter, actor, and overall a Desi legend, and he'll be performing at the Coca-Cola Arena on Saturday, March 4th. Welcome to the show, Atif Aslam.
Thank you very much.
How are you?
I'm good, thank you.
So we just got your rehearsals with the Firdaus Orchestra. How was that?
Fantastic. Every day is a new day for us. It has been 8 to 9 days since we've been rehearsing, and they are phenomenal, great musicians, and especially the fact that A.R. Rahman Saab, he's mentoring the whole orchestra, so which is a big deal in itself.
But how is it like working with so many women?
There's no such difference.
No difference?
Yeah, they all are very professional, and they're very tight, and we all are having a great time playing together.
So you're no stranger to Dubai. You've been here so many times before, performed so many times before, but this time around you'll be performing with the Firdaus Orchestra.
Yeah.
So how would this performance of yours be different in comparison to your other shows?
Okay, so the set list is going to be different. We have included a lot of new tracks, especially the ones that we have released recently. Secondly, we were giving a tribute to my favorite artists as well. And some of the songs by Rahman Saab, and some of I've revamped my compositions as well. So, I mean, the audience will be in for a surprise for sure, because they've never heard Atif this way before.
Is it more soulful? Is it going to have like moments of energy, or it's going to have a mix? What's the vibe going to be like?
So before this, I've been entertaining a lot of people at the concerts and stuff, but this show is completely for my own self, because I wanted to do this. I wanted to experiment this, and I wanted to collaborate with people who have worked with Beyonce, who've have been mentored by Rahman Saab. Mm-hmm. So I wanted to work with different sorts of musicians and see how my compositions will sound, how the Bollywood songs will sound when they will come in. So the fusion is going to be very nice. It's interesting when you will hear the whole symphony playing with dhol.
Oh, wow.
That's a different percussive instrument for an orchestra. So, which is why I think it's going to be a very different amalgamation.
That sounds like some interesting fusions coming together.
That's correct.
But yeah, all of your concerts here have been sold out, jam-packed, so we can't wait for your concert on Saturday.
Yeah.
And speaking of Bollywood, this one song of yours, Pehli Nazar Mein, has stolen every girl's heart out there. So tell me, do you believe in love at first sight?
Of course I do. I mean, I fell in love with my wife at the very first sight. It's a bड़ी example और कोई है नहीं. When I saw her at a wedding, that was the day.
You know, they say you find your perfect match at weddings, like a lot of the times.
Yeah.
Yeah? For you, it was true.
Yeah, it was definitely true. I purely believe in this now. Well, I think people fall in love in different ways, and each to their own kind of situation. Yeah, they have different scenarios, and everyone's journey is entirely different. Some people get together, some people don't match, some people get married, some people don't, some people get separated, and all of that. I think it's just a part of journey. It's just how you perceive life, how you take a look at love.
How was that moment for you when you saw your wife? Was it like a Bollywood moment where the song was playing in your head?
So it was like, I really want to talk to this girl. I want to get in touch with this girl. Because it never happened before. Before I saw her, it never happened with anyone else. Girls used to come up to me and talk to me, okay, we want to talk to you and all of that. But it was different.
What was it about her?
I think she was so gorgeous. I was just almost intimidated, and she was looking stunning, and I didn't know how she would talk, how she would be in person, but I wanted to speak to her. And I figured out that later on that she also wanted to talk to me.
Oh, of course.
Which was
meant to be.
Yeah, which was beautiful. So
destined. Okay, so now let's talk about, I think what only not a few of your fans, only maybe Pakistani fans would understand. Would you consider yourself a burger or a bun kebab?
What is the difference though?
Okay, so a burger apparently is like a Pakistani who's very Americanized, that you know, I'm sure. And a bun kebab is someone who's like very rooted Pakistani, desi overall.
Achha, I thought that burger ki definition ये होती है that someone who listens to their parents and cannot take their own decisions and all of that. So everything has to go through. The parents
burger I think is like a little bit of a wannabe American one.
Oh, okay.
Like a very westernized, desi.
Yeah.
Would you consider?
Well, I wouldn't consider myself a burger, but yes, I mean, yeah, I've done that.
Yeah.
Yeah. I wouldn't be shy from it. I think
Have you had your burger phase?
Of course. Yeah, I think कहीं ना कहीं सब burger होते हैं. I think
As soon as you travel out of Pakistan, it comes to Thailand.
yeah, of course. You know, we are the thing. You know, no, we're not technically. I know now, but you know that leather pant phase and that leather jacket phase where you just want to win the world and everything.
Yeah.
So
do you remember how you used to behave in your burger phase, going around like YOLOs?
No, I tried to crack jokes that I would see on TV, or say something from the Bollywood promo that will come on TV, and the next thing I would know that the other person would know it from the promo as well. So I would be busted. So.
And we were also asked to ask you if you're more of a biryani person or a pulao person.
I think I'm a pulao person, yeah.
Pulao?
Yeah.
Vegetable pulao.
Pulao person. I'm like a mutton pulao sort of a person, yeah.
You said vegetable pulao, you guys.
Yeah, I did.
So tell us your TV guilty pleasure.
What could that be? Give me like
right
options.
now. Okay, Stranger Things. What else is out? Mismatch just came out on Netflix. Let's talk about the most recent Netflix shows. You tell me.
I don't watch Netflix anymore. It has been a long time.
It's been a long time.
Yeah, Peppa Pig probably.
Peppa Pig? Oh, with your kids?
With my kids, of course.
So you just celebrated one of your kids' birthdays.
Yeah.
That was cute. So what are you doing for your birthday that's coming up?
I don't know. Before that, my others, Abdullah's birthday is coming.
Okay.
And yeah, I'm excited for that. I hope I make it on time because the show is going to be on the 4th or the 4th, yes.
4th.
So
yes.
I'll have to travel back. So let's see.
Okay, so what are your favorite tracks to perform on stage?
We are looking forward to perform Raat. We are fusing it with some qawwalis as well. Okay. And then we have Tu Hire.
Tu Hire, of course.
Rahman Saab. And then we have the latest one, Tera Mukra.
Oh,
so we're just songs. Yeah. So we're just yeah, a lot of surprises.
So I'm gonna list a couple of your songs. Yeah. Tera hone laga hu, tu jane na, tera hua, tere sang, tajedare haram. So what do you say? T is your lucky alphabet.
Oh, it has to be. Maybe I've been singing for so long. That could have been a reason. Yeah. Yeah, that's
because a lot of your songs start with T, and they all perform. They all end up doing so well. Those numbers.
Yeah, I should look into that.
Yeah.
It's just T now from now on.
Only T. Yes. Also, like you've been in the industry for such a long time, like over 10 years now. Would you say that it's hard to make real friends in the industry? Does everyone just want something from you, or only friends for a reason? Or is it possible to find?
It depends what you're looking for, actually. If you're here to work, then it doesn't matter. But if you're here for like PR and making friends and all of that, that's a different belief altogether. And I have a lot of friends in the industry. Genuine, yeah, of course. And I've been fortunate enough to have them around me for a very long time. Some of the closest friends are still with me. Almost it has been like 19 or 20 years that I've been into this business. But yeah, I have never believed in the PR sort of friendship or acquaintances and stuff. Never believed in it. I think if your work is good, it doesn't need PR.
Very true. Now, okay, let's talk about your celebrity crush. Do you ever have any Bollywood celebrity crush?
Loads. Am I not a human?
Yeah.
Well, okay. I had a crush on when I was growing up. It was Zeenat Aman.
Okay.
And it was Sushmita Sen.
Of course.
Yeah, and it didn't last for very long.
How come?
Yeah, because I saw her at a party, and then I'm sorry, I saw her, and then what I expected of there was nothing of that sort. But I mean, she's gorgeous. She's beautiful.
They say you should never meet your idol.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So it got busted as well. So.
Oh no.
And who else? No more crushes now.
No more crushes
No more
right now. Oh
crushes,
yeah, now you're a married
No more
man.
crushes, man.
Oh no, so tell me,
Yeah.
what's the secret to a happy married life?
Say yes to the boss.
Always say yes. Yes and sorry.
Not just that. I think you need to understand where the other person is coming from, because you need to understand another individual. And for that matter, I think she also needs to understand where you're coming from. You cannot, both of you cannot be the same people in one room. You guys have different energies anyways. So there is a need of understanding each other and giving each other the right amount of time, right amount of space. I think time is what's needed in marriages.
Time, space, communication.
Time mostly.
Time.
You got to give your partner enough time so that the partner says, get out of the room.
And if all else fails, just smile and wave.
Well, yeah. I mean, there are all sorts of scenarios, alhamdulillah. I mean, I've been very blessed and fortunate enough to have Sahar in my life.
And you've been in Dubai so many times. So 3 places, your go-to places when you're in Dubai. It could be restaurants, hotels, venues, anything.
Anywhere where there's very quiet, anywhere where there's nobody.
Where would that be?
I mean, it's some odd times, sometimes I don't mind actually exploring and staying connected to the roots, because I'm a very ordinary sort of a person. I want to stay ordinary throughout my life. So I would just go to the mall and see if there's a restaurant which is like empty. I would just
You would go to
there.
the mall?
Yeah, I would.
No shades, no hat?
No, shades probably.
Okay, yeah.
Shades.
Shades.
But mask maybe.
Okay.
Yeah, and
Without any security, you'd just be out and about?
No, I think with the security you draw a lot of attention. It's unnecessary. There's no need for it.
Okay.
Yeah.
True.
What is the security
With
for?
a mask, you can probably get away. Unless you're sitting down and eating, no? Then
Yeah. Well, also the fact that, people will take a while to sort of recognize, are you? But what are you? So, that kind of thing. By the time they get to know, you're gone from there. So, or, you entertain them, or, you have a beautiful encounter and, sort of you start talking to them. And some of the nicest people have ever come to me, they're like, we don't want any pictures and everything. We just want to sit with you for a little while. If you allow us for 5 minutes, we just want to have a conversation with you, and we have to tell you something about you from our lives.
Yeah.
Like, let's say, for example, I'll share this example with you. I was at the airport and I was listening to some songs, some music, and there was a security guy right across, and he was watching me, and I was like, I figured that he will come up and ask for a picture and everything. He did after a little while, and he took a picture and said, I want to tell you something. Like, what? He goes, you wouldn't know, I've been a fan for a very long time, 15 years now. But the first time I went to Makkah, when I saw it for the very first time, I forgot about praying for my parents, my own self. I prayed for you.
Oh my God. Wow.
And to have that and to absorb that,
That's beautiful.
it's beautiful, because that is your property. That is your asset.
Oh, beautiful.
And if someone can remember you at that place in their prayers, it's actually an asset.
That's so powerful.
It is. So, I mean, I meet such beautiful people in my life.
Number of lives you've touched through your music, be it falling in love or a heartbreak.
Yeah.
Like, your music is connected with so many people. Do you have a message for your fans?
Well, keep falling in love, keep falling out of love, keep finding God, keep finding yourself. It's a journey. Yeah.
And also, finally, are you loving Dubai, and why are you loving Dubai?
Am I loving Dubai?
Yes.
Am I loving Dubai?
Are you loving Dubai?
Yeah, I am loving Dubai.
You're loving
all the
Dubai.
time. Of course.
And why are you loving Dubai?
Of course. I mean, Beautiful musicians, amazing people, great hospitality, different cultures. You get to know a lot about other cultures as well. You get to meet so many people, different music, a lot of learning, which is why I'm loving Dubai.
Thank you so much, Atif Aslam. That was amazing.
Thank you.
And can't wait to see you on in your concert on Saturday.
Inshallah. Looking forward.
Thank you guys for watching. We will see you same time, same place next week.
Welcome back to MS Talks 2.0 Let's Discuss Facts, a series brought to you by Novartis, and we're here to discuss the facts of multiple sclerosis and break down the common misconceptions. Being on a treatment plan for MS is crucial in controlling the disease, but MS also comes with symptoms that need to be managed. Joining us today is Dr. Maha Feda, consultant and head of the Physical Medicine and Rehabilitation Department of Reem Hospital, Abu Dhabi, to help us explore available supportive therapies and when or how they can be used within a treatment plan. Welcome to the show.
Thank you for having me.
So what are the supportive therapies that can be used for MS?
So usually rehabilitation works as a team. We have a multidisciplinary team in order to help these patients. So the team is built based on the physical medicine rehabilitation consultant, who usually sees the patient, does the full assessment, and then direct the patient to the appropriate therapy. The team also includes the physical therapist, who usually assess the patient's mobility, strength, endurance, and their need for any assisted devices such as wheelchairs, walkers, canes, and, like others, the assistive device. Then you have the occupational therapist, who usually assist the patient's ability to do functions of daily living, such as washing, dressing, eating, and all of those things, in addition to the cognitive impairments that they may have. So they do the assessment and work on memory, thinking, reasoning, all of those things. Then we have the speech therapist, who usually looks into speech and swallowing. So they do the assessment and management. In addition, also, they help with the cognitive part with the help of the occupational therapist and the neuropsychologist.
There's a lot there.
A lot of things.
And how can these different therapies be used in an MS patient's treatment plan?
So usually we should be incorporated in that treatment plan from the beginning and have, like a clear strategy for the patient. So from the time that I've seen the patient, we should have, like a clear plan and pathway on which specialty they need at every certain point of time. As you know, MS patient, they may have different relapses at different times that could result in reversible or non-reversible, like disabilities. So that is all being incorporated as a team, discussed with the patient being the center of that team, and having a clear, tailored program for each patient.
Okay, interesting. And what are the objectives of using supportive therapies?
So it's mainly to prevent complications and to maintain and improve the functionality of those patients as well at the same time.
And can you pinpoint at what point in the journey people should be seeking this type of support?
So usually it's from the beginning, from the first time that they're diagnosed with having MS and onwards, because usually their course of the disease is not known for most of the patients and even their neurologists and physicians. Mm-hmm. So they need to be seen by the rehab physician multiple times throughout their journey.
And you've mentioned so many different types of therapies. How can you determine which course of action works for each patient?
So when we see the patient, it depends on their symptoms. Like if they have problem with endurance, fatigue, strength, then we direct them to physiotherapy. If they're having problems with hand function, like weakness, they cannot dress themselves or wash themselves, then they go mostly to occupational therapy. If there's problems with cognitive, swallowing, and speech therapy. Usually there's a bit of everything, so they would need more than one discipline at a certain time.
Interesting. There is a debate around acupuncture. Can that be good or bad for an MS patient?
So there isn't that much research done on that part. But like the simple research that has been done did not say that it would cause any trigger, any relapse, or would harm the patient. So usually it's a good thing to treat some symptoms like pain, bladder dysfunction, memory, depression. So I would advise to give it a try.
Okay. And if a patient is experiencing pain as a symptom of MS, would you recommend physiotherapy for them?
So usually it's better for them to be seen by the physician first before going directly to physio, because it's a combination of different things. It could be either neurological in nature or musculoskeletal in nature. To determine which type of pain it is, they would need maybe sometimes medications, some interventions in addition to physiotherapy.
Interesting. And are there new technologies or advances in rehab for MS that you would like people watching to know about?
So there are a lot of emerging technologies in, like treating disabilities related to MS, such as gamification that has been used with physiotherapy. You have e-training, and also you have the robotic assistive training and or devices that could be used by the patients. We still need a long way to go in order to, develop even more appropriate robotic assistive devices. But I think we're walking on the right path, and hopefully it's encouraging for both the patient and the health co-workers.
I'm sure it is. Your insight is just amazing, so thank you so much.
Thank you.
Do you have any message for anyone who's recently been diagnosed with MS?
So I would recommend for them to usually come and seek rehabilitation attention, because that's a part where it's missing in the loop and in the care, of the MS patients. So please, either myself or anybody who's in the field, go and see them and, just take advantage of what's available for this kind of disease.
Thank you so much for your time. That was MS Talks 2.0. Let's discuss facts.